Welcome YouTubers and welcome to another What's in the Box. I'm your host, I'm Mike from Steam Powered Gamers. Thank you for joining us today. So what do we have today? We have the long awaited Conquest new great big deluxe expansion, the Great Devourer. It's been a long time in the works. Won't lie, I've actually opened it last night. With some test reviews at our local gaming club, Northampton Wargamers. Check the link out down below to our Facebook page. Come down, Northamptonshire, get involved. So, what's in this box then? So, this is the deluxe expansion pack for our Fantasy Flight game, Conquest. There's been 6 cycles so far, and this is the deluxe one. Making this one number 7th. So, what does it add? It adds the new race, Tyranids. Well, I'll tell you what, let's not carry on. We're just talking about it. We will open this up and see what's on in the inside. Just want to say thank you to Warzone Workshop for supplying me with the Great Devourer to do the unboxing video. Please check out the link below. Great discount, great local shop, and Phil, the owner, fantastic guy, always out there for the customers. So please check out the link. So what's in the box then, guys? So what we have, a quick reference sheet, a little bit about the fluff, deck customization, what the deck needs to be, synapsis units. This deluxe expansion adds something new to the decks. So in your Tyranid faction you can have a synapsis unit. So, like I said, read through that. You've got terminal units, a bit about infestation, specialization, how to assemble the dials, and expansion icon. So, once again, expansion icon is the Tyranid symbol. So, we have the dial push out with some tokens. These are the infestation tokens. If we just need to have a quick nose. So what else do we have? The dial little clips. So first little bag, we have the Termagant little tokens for when certain units do certain things. Like I said, I haven't played these yet. I'm just going through an unboxing. I did play against them. So might as well start with this one first. So first 2 cards we have the Swarm Lord, just here. His reaction: after a warlord commits to a planet, put 1 Termagant token into play at each adjacent planet. He's a 2/6, 6 card and 6 tokens, monetary value. And on the other side he's blooded with a 2/5. The other warlord that's in here is Old One Eye. Reaction: after warlord readies, remove half the damage from it. Limited once per round. He's a 2/6 and a 6/6 in card pool and resources. So what else is in the box? So what we have is first one will be a brood chamber. Combat action: exhaust this support to give the target army unit you control a keyword and all the associated values printed on the target enemy unit at the planet until the end of this phase. Next one we have is a 1 cost support, digestion pool, limited. Interrupted: when you deploy a Tyrannid unit at an infested planet, exhaust this support to reduce the unit's cost by 2. Mycelic spores: exhaust this support to move a unit you control with a hive mind specialization to a planet with a termagant token. It's another 2 cost support. We have another 2 cost support. We have a spore chimney. It's an upgrade. Reaction: after this, after the headquarters phase begins, infest the target planet. We have another 2 cost support. Synapsis link. Reaction: after the synapsis unit you control commits to a planet, draw 1 card. Don't ask me why I haven't gone through these ones yet. These are actual factions that are already in the game. I'll be going through them at the end, just to categorise this to Tyrannids, and then we'll go through the rest. So far, there's some quite interesting cards in there. Synergy in it is going to be very nasty. Okay, we have a Swarm Guard. He's a 3 cost army unit, 1 shield, 1 hammer. He's a 1/5. He's a creature Leviathan, and he's got hive mind. Each termagant token you control at this planet gets +2 health. Then we have a Armored Hive Guard. Sorry, he's a 4 army. He's a 2/5. He's a creature Behemoth, and he's got a reaction. After a unit with a hive mind specialization or a termagant token at this planet is assigned damage, reassign all of the damage to this unit instead. Very good shield unit. Then we have Vimgal Genestealer. He's a 5 cost army unit. He has 2 hammers. He's a 4/4. He's a creature Genestealer elite. This unit gets +2 attack while it's at a planet with your warlord. This unit gets a +2 HP while it's at a planet with a synapse unit. Then we have a Ravenous Harpivex. He's a 5 cost army unit. He has 1 hammer icon. He's a 3/5. He's a creature Behemoth and elite. He has a reaction. After this unit destroys an army unit by an attack, gain X monetary value. X is equal to the printed cost of the destroyed unit, limited to once per phase. Biovore Spore Mine Launcher. He's a 6 cost army unit. He's got 1 hammer. He's a 3/6. He's a creature Leviathan elite. He has an area of effect 1. He also has hive mind. Each termagant token you control at this planet gains area of effect 1. Then we have a Shrieking Harpy. He's a 6 cost army unit. He has 2 shields. He's a 2/5. He's a creature Kraken elite. He has flying, and he has a combat reaction. After this unit is declared as an attacker at an infested planet, exhaust each enemy non-elite army unit and token unit at this planet. Then we have a Burrowing Trigon. He's a 10 cost army unit. He has 3 hammers. He's a 7/7 creature. Reduce the cost to deploy this unit by X. X is the highest number of tournament tokens you control at a single planet. And then we have Clogged with Corpses. It's a 0 cost event. It has 1 shield icon. Action. Sacrifice X termagants units to destroy a target support card with a printed cost X or lower. We have Predation. It's a 0 cost event, 1 shield. It's got a tactic ability. Action. Infest a planet adjacent to an infested planet. Then we have Spawn Termagants. It's a 2 cost event with 1 shield. Deploy action. Put 1 Termagant token into play at each planet. And that's a Swarming Termagants. Then we have a Spore Burst. It's a 2 cost event with 2 shields. Deploy action. Put a unit with a printed cost 3 or lower into play from the discard pile at an infested planet. Then we have Dark Cunning. It's a 2 cost event, 1 shield. Combat action. Ready a target non-warlord unit you control, and then if this unit is infested planet, gain +1. This unit is at an infesting planet, excuse me. Then we have Consumption. It's a 4 cost event, 1 shield. Has a deploy action. Each player must sacrifice a unit at each planet if able. Then we have a 1 point attachment, 1 shield icon. Regeneration. Attached to an army unit, limited 1 per unit. Attached unit gets +2 HP. And it has an action, exhaust this attachment to remove 2 damage from this attached unit. We have a Neurotoxic Fleshborn. It's a 1 cost attachment, 1 shield. Attached to an army unit. Attached unit gets +1 attack and +1 HP while it is an infested planet. Reaction. After you win a command struggle at this planet, infest it. Then we have another 1 cost attachment with 1 shield. It's a Pincing Tail. It's a War Gear Biomorph. Attached to an army unit. Attached unit gets +1 attack. Reaction. After the attached unit damages an enemy non-warlord unit by an attack, this damaged unit cannot retreat before the restart of the next combat round. Then we have Parodic Infectation. It is attached to an army unit. Reaction. After this combat phase begins, put 1 Termagant token into play at a planet and deal it attached unit 1 damage. This is another 2 cost attachment. It's got 1 shield icon and it's Paralytic Infestation. Then we have a 3 cost attachment unit with 2 shields. It's a Heavy Venom Cannon, War Gear Biomorph, attached to an elite army unit. Attached unit gets +2 attack. Combat action. Attached unit. The attached unit until the end of the phase gains either choose 1, Area Effect 2 or Armor Bane, limited once per round. So the last pack of the Tyrannids. Okay, so what we have is we have the signature squad for Old One Eye here. So we have the Lurking Hormigant. He's a 2 cost army unit with 1 hammer. He's a 3 He's a 3/1. He's a creature behemoth. Reaction. After this unit is assigned damage, reassign up to 2 of the damage to your warlord instead. There's 4 of those in his signature squad. Then we have a 3-cost support, Awakening Cavern. Action. Exhaust this support to ready a target unit you control. Then we have a 1-point event with 1 shield, Ferocious Strength. Action. Your warlord or a synapsis unit you control gains brutal until the end of the combat round. There's 2 of those in his signature squad. And then we have the Great Scything Talons. It's a 1-point attachment. It's got a 3 shield. It's pretty much straight going on your warlord if you grab it, because it's got an attached to your warlord ability. Attached unit gets +1 health. It has a reaction. After the damage it's removed from the attacked unit, this gets +X attacks for the next attack phase. X is the amount of damage removed. Absolutely mental. Then we have the signature squad for the Swarm Lord. So first off we have Brood Warriors. It's a 2-cost army unit. He has 1 hammer. It's a 2/2. It's a creature Leviathan, Hive Mind. Each termagant tokens you control at this planet gain +1 command icon. There's 4 of those in his signature squad. Reaction. After a unit you control with Hive Mind specialization, and printed cost 3 or lower is destroyed, exhaust this support to put that unit into play from your discard pile exhausted at a planet. This is a Leviathan Hive ship. It's a 3-cost support. Okay, then we have Incredible Horror. It's a 2-cost event with 1 shield. It's got a combat action. Root a target army unit with printed cost equal to or lower to the number of Tyrannid units you control at this planet. Okay, +1 attachment. So we have the Bone Sabers. This is one that's straight attaching to your warlord if you get it as well. It's a cost 1 attachment. It's got a 3 shield attached to your warlord. Attached unit gets +1 attack. Reaction. After attacked unit destroys an enemy unit by an attack, put 1 termite token into play at this planet. Let's see. You can see termites everywhere. Okay. Now we are into the Synapsis unit. So first we have Savage Warrior Prime Synapsis unit. It's a 2/5. It's a creature Leviathan and elite. This unit must commit to a different planet than your warlord if able. While checking for a battle determining initiative at this planet, this unit is considered to be a warlord unless it's at an enemy warlord and is at this planet. Oh well. Yeah. Really good. Then we have a Blazing Zone Throw, another Synapsis creature. It has a 1 hammer, it's a 1/4 reaction. After the combat phase begins, deal 1 damage to target army unit at this planet. If this planet is infected, deal 2 damage instead. Then we've got a Grave Turgon. He's got a 1 hammer, 0/4. He's a creature, Kraken Elite. Reaction. After this unit commits to a planet, put 1 termagant token into play at this planet. If this planet is infested, put 2 termagant planets at this planet instead. Then we have a Stalking Lictor. It's a Synapsis unit again. It's got 2 hammers. It's a 1/4. Pretty much just he's a creature, behemoth and elite. So great for commanding there. Then we've got the Venom Throat Purpura. He's synapsis unit, 1 hammer, it's a 1/4, and he's got reaction. After this unit commits to a planet, move a non-warlord unit you control from the planet with your warlord to this planet. Some interesting stuff. It's going to change the game completely, but when we were test running them last night, we didn't think they were as impactful as we thought they were going to be. As you know, the only one that counts as a warlord when it's not on the same planet with your warlord is the Savage Warrior Prime, but it does not have any command struggles, so it doesn't have any command icons, so it doesn't pretty much gain you the resources that you need from it, so that's something to think about. Okay, and then we have the last few cards for Tyranids. We have Ripper Swarms. It's a 0 cost army unit. It's got a 1 command, it's a 1/1, and it's limited, it's a creature. Then we have a Strangle Brood. It's a 1 cost army unit. It's a 1/2 creature Leviathan. It's got a Hive Mind. Each terminal token you control at this planet get +1 attack. Then we've got a Termagant Sentry. It's a 1 cost army. It's got 1 shield. It's a 1/2. It's got a reaction. After this Termagant tokens you control is destroyed at this planet, ready this unit. Creature, Kraken and Termagant. Haunting Gargoyles. Creature, Kraken. It's a 1 cost army unit. It's a 2/1. Combat action. Move this unit at an infested planet, limited once per phase. Then we have a Virtual Spore Sack. 2 cost army unit. 1 hammer. 0 cost attack. 1 health. Combat action. Sacrifice this unit to deal 1 damage to each enemy unit at this planet and infest this planet. Scything Hormagaunts. It's a 2 cost army unit, 1 command, 2/2 reaction. After you deploy this unit, infest this planet. It's a creature and Leviathan. Then we have a 2 cost army unit, Toxic Venom Throat. It's a 2 command, 0/2. It's a creature Kraken. It has a reaction. After you win a command struggle at this planet, infest it. If it was already infested, either gain 1 or draw 1 card. Infested or instead of infesting it. Then we have a 3 cost army unit, Termagant Horde. It's a 1 shield, 1 command icon, 1/3, creature Leviathan, Termagant, reaction. After a combat round as this planet begins, put 1 Termagant token into the planet at this planet. Then we have Violated Pyromorph. It's a 3 cost army unit. It's got 1 command. It's a 3/3. It's a creature Behemoth. It's got interrupt. When this unit is destroyed by an attack, deal 3 damage to the attacker. Then we have a 3 cost army unit, Termagant Spikers. It's a 1/3 creature Behemoth, Termagant, ranged. This also have Hive Mind. Each Termagant token you control at this planet gains ranged. Tyranid Warrior. It's a 3 cost army unit. It has 2 command. So it's a 2/4. It's a creature Behemoth. Pretty much. Okay, so that's all the Tyranids that are in this box. I can already see quite a lot of synergy going on. We saw quite a lot of synergy going on last night. So what does that mean? That means Tyranids are coming. We saw some very, very, very large amount of Tyranids on the table last night. like I said, the Synapses creatures, we didn't find them as dominating as we all thought they were going to be, but the combo tricks that you can get with this box set is absolutely amazing. Means you can take non-loyal cards into the Tyranids, but at the moment I don't see no need to. Okay, so that brings us on to the bit actually I'm quite interested in, is the non-Tyranid cards that come in this box set, for the people who, yes, might want to toy around with the Tyranids but are still quite loyal to their home faction at the moment. So, what do we have? So pretty much in this, there's 2 cards for each other faction in our Conquest game. So we have Veteran Barbanus. He's a 4-cost army unit. He has 2 command. He's a 2/4. He's a soldier and death watch. He has ambush and he has a reaction. After this unit enters play, deal 2 damage to a target army unit at this planet. This ability cannot target a Space Marine, Imperial or Astra Militaris, or a Chaos unit. Then we have a 1-cost event for Space Marines. It's Vengeance. It has 1 shield. It's a tactic and it has a reaction. After this unit's control is destroyed by an attack, ready a target Space Marine unit, army unit you control at this planet. Onto the Astra Militaris. Then we have a Sepian Superior Aglua. It's a 4-cost army unit. It's got a 2 command. It's a 3/4. It's a soldier. It's a Escalary. And then we have a reaction. After this unit is declared as an attacker, ready a target support card you control. Then we have a Holy Fulicida. It's a 1-cost support. It's an upgrade. It has a reaction. After a combat round begins, exhort the support to resolve a ranged skirmish at this planet. So, on to the Orcs. We have Boss Zugnog. It's a 4-cost army unit. He has 1 command. He's a 4/4. He's a warrior knob. He has a combat action. Target up to 2 Orcs army units you control at this planet. Deal 1 damage to each target unit to move them to the first planet. Limited once per phase. We have 2-cost support for the Orcs now. We have an Orc Lander. It's an upgrade. It's got a combat action. Exhaustive support to discard the top card from your deck. If it's an Orc card with an odd printed cost, your opponent deals X indirect damage amongst the units he controls, where X is the printed cost of the discard card. On to the Chaos now. So we have Rogorath's Bloodhand. He's a 4-cost army unit. He has 1 command. He's a 2/5. Warrior Khorne World Eaters. He has Brutal and then he has Bloodthirst. During a combat round in which 1 or more units have been destroyed at this planet, double this unit's attack. Yeah, it's just crazy. And then we have Escalatic Seizures. It's a 2-cost event. It's got 1 shield icon. It's an action. Discard each attachment from each unit at a target planet. Then we have Solitary Avius. It's a 4-cost army unit for the Dark Eldar, one I'm quite interested in. It's got 1 command icon. It's a 2/4. It's a flying reaction. After this unit takes damage by an attack from a non-flying unit, deal 2 damage to the attacker. So yeah. And then we have another interesting card for Dark Elder. We have Dark Possession. It's a 2-cost event. It has a 1 shield icon. It's got an action. As your next action this phase, you may play an event card in your opponent's discard pile as if they were in your hand. You pay its cost, choose its target, and follow all restrictions. It's quite an interesting one. Not too sure how it's going to be built into a deck yet. It could be a one-off trick pony, one of these ones that you hold. It could only cost you 1 in a certain Warlord set, but it's the right time to play it, really. So then we're on to the Eldar. So we have 4-cost army units. Auric Celericia. It's a 1 command. It's a 3/3. It's a warrior. Urethi. It's got an action. Pay 1 resource to give this unit one of the following keywords until the end of the round. Choose 1. Area effect 1. Unbame or mobile. Limited once per round. Then we have a Subdual. It's a 2-cost event with 1 shield. Action. Place a target support card or attachment on top of its owner's deck. Now we're into the Tau, so the last faction. So we have a Pathfinder Siriores. He's a 3-cost army unit. He has 1 command. He's a 3/3, and he has an action. Discard this attachment and this unit to ready it. Limited once per phase. And then we have a 1-cost support for Repair Bay for the Tau. It's got a deploy action. Exhaust this support to place a drone or pilot card from your discard pile on top of your deck. Quite good synergy there, just to bring stuff back. Just before I get, there's pretty much 3 cards of those as well, and 3 cards of every single card except for the signature squad and the Synapsis creature. So there it is. We've finally been delivered the Great Devourer from Conquest. Once again, Fantasy Flight have outdone themselves. I do feel quite interested to see what's going to come over the next 12 months out of them. We already have seen some releases and some new cards that are coming out that could be interesting in every deck, to be honest. This is a living card game, so there are always going to be new cards coming out. We do have a Conquest tournament next week as well, so it'll be quite interesting what rocks up with this new launch. I think people will be looking at their decks thinking there are going to be a couple of Tyrannid players turning up and just tweaking their decks to try and compensate for all these Tyrannids that are coming up. If you are interested in local Conquest competitions in the Northamptonshire area, please have a look at the link below for Guardians of Tia. Once again, they do great prize support and great events, and not just Conquest events, so please feel free to have a look at their website. Once again, this is Mike from Steam Powered Gamers. Thank you for joining me for What's in the Box. Thank you again. Bye bye.